It's time to get rolling here on CTV.
This is good, good, good. All fresh, all local.
From monster bites to monsters under the bridge.
What is that thing?
We're pouring you Merlot with NFL Hall of Famer Dan Marino.
It's going to be awesome. You're going to love that.
Yeah, bring it!
And we go fishing with a Hollywood star.
It's time to eat, shop, and play Seattle style.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to CTV, the channel that shows you where to eat, shop, and play. I'm Gard Swanson.
And I'm Erin Mayovsky, and this is gonna be so much fun. You know what? You're probably hanging out in your hotel room, and that's cool, but if you wanna get out and about, you're dialed into the right spot.
Yeah, we're not kidding. Over the next few minutes, with the help from our friends at Visit Seattle and Seattle Refined, we'll give you the ultimate roadmap to eat, shop, and play. And the best place to start is the Seattle waterfront.
Everywhere you look in Seattle, there's water. And there's no better place to enjoy those gorgeous views than from the historic waterfront district. It is a fantastic way to see the city, with amazing views of both the skyline of Seattle and, of course, the Olympic Mountains across the waters of the Puget Sound. And views aren't the only thing that bring people to this dynamic section of town. There are plenty of places to eat along the boardwalk. You will not be disappointed. There is so much to do and see here. Like the Olympic Sculpture Garden, it's free and open to the public. Also, get up close and personal with sharks, otters, and other sea creatures at the Seattle Aquarium. And if you want to explore, jump on board a ferry or a local small cruise line, and they'll whisk you away to all the nearby islands. And that's just the start.
One of the coolest activities to have some real fun is to grab the great wheel and catch a ride. This is Mike, and he's with Miners Landing, and I'm telling you what, when you're down here, that's the first thing you see is the great wheel. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, the Seattle Great Wheel opened 2012, 175 feet tall, about 40 feet it hangs over the water. It's an amazing experience. It's more of an observation wheel, we call it, because the views you get to experience there are like none other. 360 degree from the mountains to the buildings to the Duwamish River area. It's a gorgeous spot.
Oh man, it is so, everywhere you look, it's beautiful down here. And then you got Wings Over Washington. That's another great activity.
Yeah, that's one of our newest attractions. It's a 4D experience, and if you have 5 minutes to capture Washington and one little sit-down opportunity, this would be it. From the flowers up north to our tall mountains over to the east, I mean, it's an amazing experience.
And then rain or shine, the activities inside Miners Landing is cool too. You got that shooting gallery. Tell me about that.
Shooting gallery is a really cool addition. We put it in this last summer, and it's a really, really fun thing that people of all ages, from kids to adults, get to experience. And it kind of throws you back to the old carnival age, right next to our carousel there. And you know, we got an awesome arcade that we also opened up this last summer. So we got all sorts of different activities you can experience here.
And then tell me about the food, because the food here is awesome.
The proprietor, Hal Griffith, has been running food on our waterfront for over 30 years. Fisherman's Restaurant's one of the ones that features just classically Northwest prepared seafood, all the way to our throw it on the table sea feast at the Seattle Crab Pot. Experience you'll never have anywhere else. Put a bib on, hammer in your hand, and a board in front of you, and you just an awesome time. This is the best place to eat, shop, and play right down here at Miners Landing, Pier 57 on the Seattle waterfront.
Oh, the waterfront is the place to be.
All right.
Man, that never gets old. There's always something to do down there.
You could spend really all day down there. Well, if you're looking for a little adventure and some exercise, put on your walking shoes and head east to Capitol Hill from downtown. It's right over there.
Yeah, Gard, it seems to be changing daily, but for the good. Let's check in with Jean On, who just hoofed it up there.
Thanks, guys. I'm in the vibrant neighborhood of Capitol Hill, only a 15-minute walk from downtown, but not in these shoes.
This is ground zero for Seattle's counterculture with a huge number of bars, restaurants, clubs, and coffee shops. Capitol Hill is also known as Seattle's Gayborhood, and the LGBTQ culture and community here is loud and proud.
We're in the heart of it all on Pike Street at the Unicorn. Let's check it out. All right, I am ready for a drink. What is the best drink here?
So one of our most popular ones is called the AmeriCorn, and it's a layered red, white, and blue drink.
What is in the AmeriCorn?
It starts out with watermelon pucker on the bottom, bubblegum flavored vodka, fresh sour mix, and then topped with blue raspberry vodka on top.
That sounds so amazing. Okay, whip me up one right now.
Deal. There you go.
All right, thanks. Ready to try this. Wow, that bubble gum, I can taste it.
Yeah.
This is so good.
Capitol Hill is the place to explore Seattle's music, art, and booze. Go ahead, pick your poison. There's a lot to choose from. It seems you can't turn around in this neighborhood without running into a bartender serving up something spectacular you've never tried before, like a dessert martini.
And a little bit of cream.
And restaurants abound. As you'd expect from such a vibrant neighborhood, there's so much to do. Catch a hip-hop show at Numos, or an independent movie at the Egyptian Theater, or a poetry reading at Elliott Bay Books.
No matter what your artistic bent, you'll find your scene on Capitol Hill. Hey Erin, make sure you wear the right shoes if you come up here.
Hey, thanks, Jean. You know, those shoes are not going to cut it.
That's quite the walk in shoes like that. Hey, don't go anywhere. We're getting warmed up.
We're just getting started here on CTV. If you're a wine lover, we have a neighborhood that's producing award-winning vino.
Fried chicken and my Pinot tastes so great.
And we head to a local Scandinavian spot where we show you everything from the locks to lutefisk. CTV rolls on when we come back.
Hi, I'm Tom Norwalk, President and CEO of Visit Seattle, and I'd like to welcome you to Seattle and to Visit Seattle TV. You are in one of the fastest growing cities in America and also one of the most walkable. We know you're going to love your visit. Seattle is a city of delightful surprises, distinctively unique neighborhoods, a mecca for arts and culture, a rich and creative music scene, and a trending food city, all within a vibrant, bustling downtown. And as a bonus, we're surrounded by nature. In fact, our 3 national parks are close by and visible from the top of the Space Needle. And if we can help you navigate around the Emerald City, I hope you'll stop by one of our 2 visitor centers, here at the Pike Place Market or further up Pike at the Washington State Convention Center. Have an incredible stay in Seattle and welcome.
Life happens fast. New beginnings, new memories, a new chapter. As a Windermere agent, I've learned that it's more than finding a house that works. It's about finding a home that fits. And until the next chapter, I'm grateful to have the Williams family as part of my story.
It's so unique and so aggressive in a way. It just demands that you look at it. It reaches out and grabs you, I think. At least it did me.
Americans leave over 600 million vacation days unused. We need a break. This holiday, take a holiday.
The Tulalip tribe's sacred connection to the air and the land, the water and the salmon, guides our commitment to Washington's environment. For thousands of years, we have lived in harmony with our surroundings. Today, we use proven science and modern technology to fight climate change and to care for the natural resources we all depend on. For this generation, the next, and the next.
Hey, welcome back everybody to the exclusive channel where we show you where to eat, shop, and play. And Guard, boy, do I have a question for you.
Okay, lay it on me.
What is your favorite vino?
My favorite vino, my favorite wine. I love a Merlot, but I really like a dry rosé on a hot day like this in Seattle. But you know what? I prefer beer.
Really?
Yeah.
I can do all. But I love wine, and boy, do I have a place I want to show you. We'll need to hop in an Uber and head east over to a little place where they're calling the wine capital of Western Washington, Woodinville.
Nestled along the Sammamish River is a little town that's made a big name for itself in the wine industry. We're talking about Woodinville. And with well over 100 wineries and tasting rooms, it's easy to see why people are flocking to this beautiful corner of Western Washington. You'll want to stop by some of the incredible wineries around the valley and do some tasting and maybe grab a bottle of wine or two to take home. We recently stopped by one winery called Passing Time, started by NFL Hall of Fame quarterback Dan Marino and local University of Washington star and NFL quarterback Damon Huard.
Thank you for all your support. I grew up in Eastern Washington. My great-grandfather grew Concord grapes in Grandview, Washington. My dad grew up playing in the Horse Heaven Hills where we're getting fruit from.
I grew up in a very ethnic neighborhood, and a lot of people made their own wine, and my great-grandfather made homemade wine. So it was in the history of my family.
We got some great fruit to work with, a great young winemaker. This is a passion of ours. It's passing time. It's what you're doing when you're with your family, you're with your friends, you're around the table. There's nothing better than an awesome glass of wine, drinking wine, passing time. But we also know when it's third down in the red zone and you're down 6 and there's 10 seconds left in the game and you got to score, it's passing time.
And if wine isn't your drink of choice, there are also some incredible distilleries, cideries, and microbreweries here as well. And you know, where there's wine, there's always people who love food. Woodinville has no shortage of amazing restaurants to satisfy the foodie in you.
All right, so there is your fried chicken, rosemary in the crust there.
Oh, wow.
Beef tenderloin and roasted mushrooms with some crunchy, delicious bread.
This looks so phenomenal. I love fried chicken. You can't really get this all the time everywhere.
Wednesday nights is the only night that we do our fried chicken here, so I highly recommend it. If you're here on a Wednesday night, try the fried chicken.
Now, I know you're a busy gal because you're behind the bar as well, so we're going to continue to talk to you, but I'm going to dig into this and start to try it, and then maybe I might have you try me for a couple of samples. Alrighty, here's a cheers to fried chicken and my Pinot. It tastes so great. So what do you have to say to people who don't know about this place out here? A little hidden nugget.
Go wine tasting. Try not to do it all in one day. Pick like 4 or 5 great wineries in a day. Go to Chateau Ste. Michelle, see a concert. There's so many wonderful things to do.
Well, here's the Purple Cafe.
Thanks so much for coming out.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's the largest urban winery on the West Coast.
And closer to Seattle, just minutes south of downtown, you'll find city wineries everywhere, especially in South Seattle. Over in Georgetown, the big dog on the block is Charles Smith Wines Jet City. Their space is impressive and their wines are even better. Check out their tasting room. It's worth every sip. And right around the corner in a cozy industrial space, you'll find a handful of great wineries and tasting rooms that call it home. Structure Cellars is family owned. Their bottle of Newell is terrific. It's a tasty blend of Cab and Syrah. It's worth the trip and just minutes, again, from downtown.
Well, you know, Gard, I was born and raised here in Seattle, and one place I really enjoy is a sweet little neighborhood called Ballard.
Oh, I've been there so many times. Yeah, Ballard, big Scandinavian neighborhood, and they have the locks with the boats. You know, the boats go from the lake to the ocean, and they also have great restaurants and super shopping.
Ballard, one of the coolest spots in the city. It started as a logging and fishing town with a large Scandinavian population. Everywhere you look, you'll get a taste of the old country, and it still retains some of its original gritty fisherman vibe. Just across the water sits Fisherman's Terminal, famous for the home port of the hit TV show Deadliest Catch. But lately, Ballard's become one of Seattle's hottest neighborhoods for unique boutiques where you can shop till you drop. Ballard is also home to one of the fastest growing restaurant scenes in the city. From quaint to quirky, Ballard has it when it comes to food. Now, whether you're looking for seafood, barbecue, or Mexican, you will find it here, all with that signature Northwest style. And if you love farmers markets, this place will ring your bell. More than 100 vendors sell their goods every Sunday of the year, rain or shine. It's always open and the food is tremendous.
Now, the one thing about the Ballard Market is the hot food here is absolutely off the chain. I have to try this here. This is a veggie quesadilla. Give me one of those babies. Ooh, hot off the grill. Ooh, this is good, good, good. All fresh, all local. If you're in your hotel room on a Sunday, you better get here. This is good stuff.
Once you have your fill of the farmers market, dip your toes into the cool waters of the Puget Sound. Ballard is home to the sandy beach you're looking for. Golden Gardens has it all, from barbecue pits to beach volleyball. You might even catch a glimpse of a sea lion peering back at you from the water. And no trip to Ballard is complete without a visit to the Chittenden Locks. The locks are where Seattle's freshwater lakes and the sea come together, and where boats move between the two. It's also a place where salmon call home. And if you're here in the right season, you can watch these big fish climb up to their freshwater breeding grounds by climbing this special fish ladder next to the locks. Ballard, it is a blast, offering everything. A place where you can build a mountain of memories. Coming up, we go trolling in Fremont. Don't let this monster change your mind on visiting this magnificent hangout. And you might need your ID for the ID. Seattle shows off its diversity and its world record bowl of pho. And if you're looking for nightlife, it's time to dance and down a few shots. It's party time on CTV.
Tell me how the day unfolds in the sky and on the road. Shine the light and show me the way. You're just a touch away. You're so northwest, the first, the best. Everywhere I go, whoa, go. Everywhere I go, whoa, everywhere I go.
Americans leave over 600 million vacation days unused. We need a break. This holiday, take a holiday.
What was I expecting?
Can I tell you what I wasn't expecting?
I had no idea what to expect.
I did not know what to expect.
Catch up, guys! You could play with everything, felt like you were a part of the experience. I can't imagine it being any more fun than it was.
I was like a kid in a candy store.
It was an awesome experience.
I just had a really great time.
The Andersons love to visit Seattle. There's so much to see and do. And after a long day of seeing and doing, they return to Seattle's South Side to kick back and have fun. So much fun. Come stay and play in Seattle's backyard. Seattle's South Side.
Welcome back to CTV. We've been showing you some of the best spots to eat, shop, and play in Western Washington.
Another hot spot just minutes from downtown is Fremont. It's where friendly monsters and fantastic restaurants call home.
What is that thing?
Don't get freaked out, but Fremont's famous bridge troll is just the start when it comes to this neighborhood's quirks. The troll's been the star attraction here for years. Fremont is the self-proclaimed center of the universe and proudly wears its weirdness on its sleeve. From the statue of communist leader Vladimir Lenin to Rapunzel in the window of the Fremont Bridge Tower, if you're looking for quirky, you'll find it here. Fremont doesn't clown around when it comes to cuisine. There's food from every country and region imaginable, from Turkish to Thai. Fremont is so friendly, even the locals will feed you. And if you happen to be jonesing for a Jewish deli, don't worry, Fremont's got one of those too. Fremont is also home to some amazing bars and breweries. It really has a flavor for everyone. If you're looking for something uniquely Seattle, this is the place to shop. Vinyl records, secondhand bookstores, and comics are all to be had in the shopping district here, as well as custom jewelry, boutique clothing stores, and so much more. Fremont also boasts a great canal side promenade, part of the Burke-Gilman Trail that runs for miles through the north end of town. It's the perfect place to rent a bike or just go for a stroll. And if you're into water activities, look no further. Grab a paddle and get moving on your board or canoe. The lake is calling. And if you explore Fremont, you just might catch a whiff of something chocolatey. It's not your imagination. It's the world-famous Theo's Chocolate Factory.
We're in the confection kitchen.
And what happens here?
This is where actual sorcerers and magicians are employed, and they make amazing things with our chocolate.
It's definitely worth checking out. This place is sweet. Fremont, a little wacky, a little weird, but a wonderful spot to unwind.
You know, Guard, I am not afraid of that monster.
Well, you know, I was up there just a couple of days ago. The thing still creeps me out. It's just a gigantic troll. You really have to go see it.
I have to admit, I've never gone really close to it. Right here in downtown, there is so much to do and see. Let's start in an area that locals call the ID. And of course, we're talking about the International District.
Yeah, you can spend a whole day getting your fix on everything Asian and a lot more.
There is so much to do in Seattle, and of course, when you're downtown, you're right in the thick of everything. There are celebrity chef restaurants like Michael Mina's RN74 or Ethan Stoll's Goldfinch Tavern. You can shop to your heart's content at the flagship Nordstrom store, which anchors downtown's incredible shopping district. Downtown is also the epicenter of the performing arts. Whether you're looking for a night at the Symphony at Benaroya Hall or something a little more dramatic at one of the area's many theaters. And don't forget to swing by and check out the latest world-class exhibit at the Seattle Art Museum. And no trip to Seattle is complete without a trip to the world-famous Pike Place Market. The market is a shopper's ecstatic dream, with fresh fish, flowers and produce, cheese and chocolate, and so much more. And local vendors selling handcrafted jewelry, pottery, and just about anything else you can imagine.
Yeah, make a little noise, make a little noise.
And who knows, you might even catch a fish. Or catch a glimpse of a Hollywood star, like Harry Connick Jr.
The real action is that way. I don't know why they're looking at us. They need to watch those flying fish over there.
All right, let's go throw one.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, bring it, bring it, bring it. Yeah! Yes! Yes!
I think anybody who ever comes here, whether you're visiting, whether you're staying in a hotel, when you come to Pike Place Market or downtown, I mean, this is just the place, isn't it?
It's truly one of my favorite places in the world. Every time, I mean, I've been here a dozen times over the last 20 or 30 years, I guess, maybe more, and every time I come, I just love it.
If history is your thing, you'll love Pioneer Square just south of downtown. Go underground, literally, in Seattle's Underground Tour, where you can see how today's city was built on the shoulders of old buried buildings and docks. Or go the opposite direction and hop on the antique brass elevators to the observation deck of Smith Tower, built back in 1913. It was the tallest building on the West Coast for 50 years. Once you get to the top, grab a cocktail in the old speakeasy-style bar and drink in the views. Bordering Pioneer Square is Seattle's Chinatown and International District. And if authentic Asian food is up your alley, you've found Nirvana. From pho to dim sum to Korean barbecue, it's all here. And you can sign up for a food tour at the Wing Luke Museum. If you're feeling a little more kung fu, the museum also does a Bruce Lee walking tour to help you see the city through this famous Seattleite's eyes. And finally, for all you sports fans, you're in stadium territory. Whether it's professional baseball, soccer, or football, this is the place to be. Seattle loves its sports, so catch the Mariners, the Sounders, or the Seahawks and have an incredible time here in downtown Seattle. Also in the International District, step into Dong Tap Noodles. They claim to serve the world's largest bowl of pho. Get this, it's 4 pounds of noodles, 4 pounds of meat, a ton of veggies, and nearly a gallon of broth. And if you can eat it all in 90 minutes, you'll win $100. If you don't, it's gonna cost you $40 off the menu.
On the way, Seattle isn't just about daytime fun, because when the sun goes down, it's time to party. When we come back, it's all about nightlife in the Emerald City.
Northwest weather. We love it.
Okay.
All of it.
Lots of snow.
Every last drop of it. Every gust of it.
Big stories up in the mountain passes.
Every frosty windshield, scraped knuckles, spinning tires, broken umbrella, snowball fight of it. And you'll always find us out there in it, right alongside you.
Pretty gnarly.
Because we love Northwest weather. It's our kind of weather.
Still dealing with that
the Como Forecast Team. Como News. That's so Northwest.
I'm David Armstrong, and I'm the executive producer and artistic director here at the Fifth Avenue Theater in Seattle. I'm very happy to say that the Fifth Avenue Theater is one of the leading musical theater companies in the United States, and this will be the first production of Holiday Inn that's being produced post-Broadway. I believe there are three great theater towns. There's New York, there's Chicago, and there's Seattle. The theater scene in Seattle is so amazing because we have a community of artists, a community of craftspeople here of world-class quality, and that's what makes our production so special. Musical theater, I think, is maybe the most potent form of storytelling because it affects us on all of our senses. We could not be more excited to be the first theater in America to be granted the rights to do our own production of Irving Berlin's Holiday Inn, and we are thrilled to be able to share this amazing show with our audiences this Christmas.
Americans leave over 600 million vacation days unused. We need a break. This holiday, take a holiday.
What is a puzzle adventure? For an hour, you will escape into an immersive story filled with danger and challenges. You are the star as you and your team dive into interactive entertainment. Solve puzzles, use your power of observation, and join in the fun as you and your friends play face-to-face. Epic Team Adventures stands out through its connected stories playable in any order. Escape the ordinary.
It's been at the heart of commerce, trade, and economic growth for thousands of years, Washington's Puget Sound region. Today, the Tulalip tribes have created a municipality providing jobs and opportunity, building roads and investing in infrastructure, and is one of the largest employers in Snohomish County, providing thousands of jobs that benefit not only the Tulalip economy, but all of Washington's economy. The Tulalip tribes, putting our tradition of hard work to work for Washington State.
Welcome back to CTV. Now, for most of the show, we've been talking about what to do during the day here in Western Washington.
But if you want to do some partying, oh, the nightlife will keep you rocking and rolling until dawn.
No matter what corner of the city you're staying in, or if you're going to Uber into town, when the sun goes down, Seattle is ready to party. Whether you're banging to hip-hop at Q Nightclub on Capitol Hill or maybe Foundation downtown, or rocking the night away in Pioneer Square at the Stage, Seattle has you covered. It is party time deep into the wee hours of the morning. Dance till you drop and enjoy some of the most unique bars, drinks, and DJs on the West Coast. Seattle nightlife will not disappoint you. When you hit the town here, there is no slowing down.
Wow, Aaron, that looks like a ton of fun, but I'm getting a little old for that stuff.
Oh, hey, I don't think so, but you can go take a nap now.
I probably can, right?
Show's over.
It is over. And many thanks to Visit Seattle and SeattleRefined.com. Enjoy your stay, everybody, here in Seattle, and we'll see you next time right here on CTV.